How can you avoid writer's block in your songwriting? How do you come up with new and fresh ideas to make your songs more appealing and interesting? Are there any tools you can use to assist you in finding songwriting ideas? In this video, we answer all of these questions and more. But first, please don't forget to subscribe to Krannaken TV and smash that like button. When you do subscribe, please also hit the bell. You will then be notified as and when new videos are available, right here on Krannaken TV. Now, let's get on with the video. 5 songwriting exercises to help with writing lyrics. 1. Extending metaphors. What is a metaphor? A metaphor is a way of speaking about something. For instance, anger has been described to be like a storm. This is a metaphor because you can imagine that someone's anger would be like a storm. In Shakespeare's words, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? The lady is warm and pleasant to be with." This is where the idea for as warm as a summer's day comes from. There are many songs with metaphors that are a terrific example. How to expand those metaphors? When you extend those metaphors, you are explaining what you mean, how your metaphor is like the original meaning, and painting the picture of your lyrics that you are portraying within the song. We really see how poetry and songwriting fit together. Benefits of this kind of description. When people get to know exactly what you mean, especially if they can relate, it sets off the dopamine within the brain. Therefore, people will enjoy what they are reading or listening to. This also works with other music and writing. If you play any song that you like, you are setting off that dopamine. Likewise, if you also read a book that you enjoy, you are setting off dopamine there too. The first exercise. This one will help writing lyrics because it makes you use your imagination. Your imagination is like a muscle. The more you use it, the better it gets. You don't think authors like J.K. Rowling or John Lennon, 2 of the greatest writers of all time in their own way, didn't get to where they are and were if they didn't have a terrific imagination? Of course not. Both Rowling and Lennon had fantastic imaginations. The exercise here is to pick 5 metaphors and try to explain and describe them in your own words. You may think your writing is poor at first, but don't give up. Keep at it and you will get there. 2. Upgrading verbs. Adjectives and adverbs do nothing but weaken your expression. The example given is, "The dog barked loudly." We already know how loud a dog barks. In fact, the sentence gives a feeling of weakness in the dog's bark. Isn't it going to bark at the same volume all the time? Have you ever heard a dog whisper a bark? I don't think so. Therefore, you are best just to say, "The dog barked." Of course, you could give an interesting metaphor. If you hear a dog barking outside and the night is still, you could use a metaphor and say, "The dog barked like a foghorn in the night." That gives an interesting feeling to the scenario. Powerhouse of the English language, the verb. Verbs convey image, mood, tone, emotion, and also attitude. Verbs are the doing words. In the example given, we see she walked into the room, changed to she slid or she slithered. If you choose the latter and go with the slithered, you have the feeling that she may be an evil or demonic character. Exercise. This is another exercise that can help in writing better lyrics. Go through any songs you have written and remove an adverbs or adjectives. These are description words and words that describe the verbs. Cut to the chase, just use words. Don't try to describe your verbs with any other words. Going back to my example, the dog barked like a foghorn in the night. We see the nouns dog, foghorn and night. However, we also have the verb, barked. Exercise. Go through your songs and upgrade at least one verb in a section to something that is a little more interesting. 3. Use specific imagery that works hard. You should strive to leave the listener in no doubt as to who the characters are, what their relationship is, where they are, what they are doing, and anything else that you need to know. However, you need to do this in a compact way so that you can understand everything you need to know in a few short lines. I like the way the lady in the video says, "We have very limited real estate in which to build mansions in the minds and hearts of our listeners." You can gather a lot from listening to words within a song. For instance, the example in the video says that glasses can add 10 or 20 years onto the age of the characters. We gather that the characters could be in their 30s, 40s, or 50s. We get this impression because we can see that the character's eyesight may be starting to fade. If you can show the description rather than blatantly tell the description, you are making it even more powerful. 4. Contrasts. You may also find it a great help with writing lyrics to contrast two complete opposites with each other. This could be day and night, earth and sky, sun and moon, dark and light, etc. The list goes on. This adds interest to the song. The contrast adds a lot of interest to the song. In the original video, we learn of the snow and ice, but then we hear about fire and the woman being so hot that she is burning as though she is on fire. 5. Power positions. The fifth and final exercise to help writing lyrics is in writing power positions. The idea of power positions is that the human ear is naturally spotlighting both the first line and the last line. Therefore, these are the most important lines and they will require the most attention by the songwriter. Last line pivot. This exercise will help with writing better lyrics that are more interesting and actually surprising to the listener. In the verse taken from the original video, you would think someone would enjoy Christmas and not just long for a river to skate away on. This is particularly surprising because we hear a stacked verse about something that is supposed to be happy. Yet, she obviously is far from happy. She just wants to escape. There are many people who feel like that about Christmas. As a dad, I see the joy it brings my little boy and I know that he loves the season. I still love Christmas myself. It's always the same and I don't watch anything like as much TV as I used to, but I still enjoy the festivities. Exercise. The final exercise to help write better lyrics is to stack lines that are all about a specific subject. The example is about the happiness of Christmas. However, in the last verse, make a completely contrasting statement. The example we see in the original video is of wanting to escape and run away. In this same way, make your verse completely contrasting to those lines. Still can't think of good prompts for writing? I hope you have found sufficient help with writing lyrics in this post and in the video. If you still can't think of any good prompts for writing your songs, you can find help in the 2025 edition of the Complete Guide to Music Marketing. This is a value-packed ebook with just under 300 pages of expert advice, current resources, and aha moments that you can take away and use in your own music today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. When you subscribe, please also hit the bell so that you are notified as and when a new video is available right here on Krannaken TV. I will see you in the next video.